Okay, so hello grade 7. Welcome to our new lesson. It's week 4. So, malapit-lapit na din tayo. Nangangalahati na tayo. So, 4 na weeks na lang. Matatapos na ulit natin ang third quarter. So, in week 4, we will discuss distance and displacement. Okay, so we will try to differentiate these two. Okay, for you to understand what's the main difference for these two quantities. Though they always describe how far an object traveled, meron pa rin silang distinction. Okay, so since the other one is a scalar quantity and then the other one is a vector quantity, and more than that, we will try to analyze, okay, these two terms. Okay, so hopefully naman you already mastered how to create the free body diagram in week number 2 and 3, and then you already know how to calculate the net force or the total forces acting on the object. Ano? So I am Sir Wawi, your ever curious science buddy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you'll always be updated on our upcoming videos. So, alright, let's get started. Like what I've said earlier, our topic for this week is about distance and displacement. Okay, so for the learning competency, explain the difference between distance and displacement in everyday situations in relation to a reference point. Okay, so what do you think is the importance of the reference point with regards to these terms? Okay, so for the learning objectives, describe the motion of an object in terms of distance and displacement. Okay, so let's have a short review before we begin. So tell whether the statement is a scalar. Okay, when we say a scalar, in our previous week, okay, a quantity with magnitude only. Okay, when we say magnitude, it pertains to value or numerical value. Like for example, in mass, 10 kilogram, just a value alone. Okay, that's the magnitude of that object. While vector is a quantity with magnitude and direction. Okay, there is a numerical value and it tells you the direction of the motion or the direction of the object. Okay, like for example, a car is traveling at 2 meter per second east. Okay, there is a quantity 2 meter per second or a numerical value, and then there is a direction. Okay, so yeah. So here, provide your reason. Ano, bakit yun ay scalar, bakit naman vector? So for the first situation, the tricycle is moving at 60 kilometer per hour. Is it scalar or vector? Okay, correct. It's a scalar quantity or a example of scalar. Bakit po scalar mga anak? Okay, because this is scalar because you don't know which direction the tricycle is going. Wala namang nakalagay na direction. Okay, just the quantity which is 60 kilometer per hour. Okay, that's the magnitude. Okay, and it's a scalar quantity. Second, you are standing in an open space. You're just standing. Okay, so it's a scalar. Okay, wala namang sinabing direction. Ano? So this is a scalar. There's no direction at all. Okay, very simple for this one. Next, you walk 1 meter per second toward your school. You're walking 1 meter per second, the magnitude. Is there a direction for this situation? So, meron. Okay, the word toward is a direction, so it's a vector. Ano? So, this is a vector because you have both the magnitude and the direction. What about this one? The time is 2 in the afternoon. Okay, ayan. So, it's a scalar because it's just a numerical value yung nandun sa ating situation and then wala namang direction. Okay, and remember the time is an example of a scalar quantity. Ayan. Next, time is an example of scalar, like what I've said. Next, the hair of your classmate is heavy. Okay, just heavy. Is it scalar or vector? Correct. It's a scalar. Just the situation needs to be carefully analyzed. Mass was mentioned in the situation, the word heavy. Okay, therefore the statement is scalar, or an example of scalar. Again, so for follow-up questions, what are the commonalities among situations from 1, 2, 3, and 5? Okay, ano yung commonalities? Yung situation 1 natin is the tricycle. The second one, yung situation 2 is a man standing. And then yung ating situation 3 is yung you are walking, okay, 1 meter per second toward your school. And then yung panglima naman is this one, the hair of your classmate is heavy. So, ano yung commonalities nila? Okay, correct. All the situation describe quantities that can be measured. Pwede nating i-measured, such as speed, position, mass, and motion. Okay, they all involve physical quantities that can be expressed using numbers, the magnitude, and some may include direction like walking toward the school. Okay, so this next question, why is the situation 4 different from the other situations? Yung clock, or it's 2 in the afternoon. Bakit kakaiba yan? Okay, situation 4 is different because time is not related to motion or direction. Okay, it simply tells when an event occurs. Okay, it does not describe a movement. Okay, position or physical property of an object. Pero sir, may kinalaman kaya later yung time? Is it related to our discussion? Yes. Okay, so tingnan natin. What is the main difference between a scalar and a vector quantity? Paulit-ulit na lang ano. So, a scalar quantity has a magnitude only. It tells you how much or how many. It's expressed in a numerical value alone. While a vector quantity has both magnitude and direction, there is a numerical value, and it tells you how much and in which direction, okay, the object is traveling. Okay, next. So for our first activity, displacement and distance. So after this activity, you should be able to determine whether the value is a distance or displacement. Okay, so you are going to study the map below by familiarizing the location of your home and school. So in the map, there are two public roads. Okay, your home to school. So this is the map. Okay, so study the map below by familiarizing the location of your home and school. So in the map, there are two roads from your home to school. Okay, road A and road B. So if you're going to choose which road you will take para mas mabilis kayo makarating ng school. Okay, so it's your, ano naman, opinion kung saan yan. Ano? So, how far is your house to school? Just imagine your house to our school. Gaano ba kalayo? Kumbaga, you can estimate like 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 8 kilometer, or 10 kilometer. Okay, so what means of transportation do you use when you go to school? Ano naman? Okay, yung iba naka-jeep, yung iba naka-tricycle, motor, kotse. Okay, sige. How long does it take you to reach the school? In question, anak, is how long. So it pertains, it asks the time, ano, how long, gaano katagal. So it takes like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. Ayan. So let's start with a vocabulary activity. So a quantity that is described by magnitude only. Correct. It's a scalar quantity. Ano? Next, a quantity that is completely described by magnitude and direction. Correct. It's a vector quantity. Okay, so hopefully you can still what do you call this, clearly see the difference between a scalar and a vector quantity. So between distance and displacement, which is our topic for today, okay, so distance is the scalar quantity while displacement is the vector quantity. Okay, so scalar quantity is a quantity that is described by magnitude only. Okay, so when we say magnitude, like what I've said in our previous discussion, it's a numerical value and a unit. Okay, example 30 meters. Okay, so the number is 30, the unit is meters. That's the magnitude. Okay, examples of scalar quantities, we have 10 kilometers for distance, 50 kilogram for mass, 27 degrees Celsius for a temperature, okay, 80 milliliter for volume. Okay, and then we have 30 minutes for time. Okay, so sige. For a vector quantity, a quantity that is completely described by magnitude and direction. So for example, okay, the quantity first, which is the magnitude 80 kilometer per hour is, there is a direction for that, which describes the velocity of vehicle. Okay, we also have the magnitude, which is 80 kilometer per hour, and the direction is east. We also have 20 Newton upward. Okay, a normal force or a tension, it's up to you kung ano yung upward force na yan, which describes a force of 20 Newton. May magnitude, may direction. Directed upward, so 2 meter per second squared to the right, which expresses the acceleration of a moving object with a magnitude of 2 meter per second squared directed to the right. Yung direction. Basta may direction, may numerical value, it's a vector quantity. So there are points to remember, there are so many physical quantities that are used to explain various everyday phenomena. So each of these quantities is described as either a scalar or a vector quantity. Okay. So for our second activity, after this activity, you should be able to identify the number of possible straight paths from house to school. So determine whether the value is distance or displacement. Okay, so using the diagram, okay, in how many ways can you go to the school from your house in a straight path using the white squares? Each box is 2 meters. So observe this map, ano, or simple map from your house to the school. So using the diagram, in how many ways can you go to school from your house in a straight path using the white squares? Paano, ilang ways ba kayo makakapunta sa school? Okay, so using the white circle. So each box is 2 meters. Ayan, so draw your answer here. So path A, B, C. Ayan, so in path A, this one possible answer. So how far is your house uh from the school? Okay, so each box is ano nga po daw? Ilan? It's 2 meters. It's box. So we have 18 meters yung ating path A. So bilangan natin kung ilang box 'yon. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Correct. 18 meters yung path A natin. Path B, okay? So it's 10 meters. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then for path C, it's 18 meters also. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So here, okay, in the three path that you can possibly take from your house to the school, path A and C are distances, while path B is displacement. So bakit po? Bakit ganun? Bakit yung path uh, A and C is distance and the path B as a displacement? Can you enlighten me? So I will give you an example again. Okay. So here, okay, let's say you have this is your house or home and this is your school. Okay. So here, okay, this is the path. Okay, that you need to travel. Kumbaga ito yung daan na gusto mo, yung daan talaga papunta sa bahay, para punta sa school, sa bahay mo papunta sa school. That's the way. Okay, kasi dito possible sa mga gitna or sa white portion may mga nakatayong building or forest. So ito yung ating way papunta sa school. Okay, that's the distance. Yan yung layo. How long your journey is. Gaano ba kahaba yung journey mo? Okay, galing sa bahay papunta sa school. So ipag-add mo lang naman 5 kilometer plus 10 kilometer is 15 kilometer. Ganun kalayo yung iyong nilakad. That's the distance of your house to your school. Okay. So what about the displacement? Paano ba? Bakit kaya kanina naka-diagonal yung ating displacement? Ano? So displacement, this is 1. It's 12 kilometers. Or bakit ganyan po yung displacement? Okay, so guys, remember, or mga anak, remember, distance, okay, tatandaan natin, when we say distance, it is the total path you travel. Yun yung total path na travel mo. Okay? So, if you walk around, let's say if you walk around, okay, your distance counts every step that you take. Kumbaga, the distance count every single step that you take. Yung totoong road. But displacement, makaiba talaga ang displacement mga anak because it answer the question how far the place is. Gaano ba kalayo yung place na yon, yung bahay nyo sa school? Okay, kasi ang displacement mga anak, it only cares about where you started and where you ended. Ang punto lang mga anak ng displacement is kung saan ka nagsimula at saan ka magtatapos. Hindi niya sinusunod yung actual way. Okay, kumbaga ang sinusukat niya yung pinaka-shortcut. Okay, the shortcut or yung pinakamaliit na way, okay, for you to travel. Okay, para sabi ko nga kanina, dito sa mga white portion, let's say yan ay may mga building, may mga gubat. Okay, imaginein mo na lang kung kaya mong lumipad from your house to school. That's the shortest path. Okay, the shortest path is always the displacement. Okay, so, sige, next. Okay, ano pa ba? Okay, that's displacement. Then, ang ating displacement ay, ano po kaya ang ating displacement? It's, bakit aray 10? Hindi ko napalitan ang sagot. It's 12, okay, kilometers. Sorry for the typographical error. Buti na lang nakita ko. Okay, so, sige. Ayan. Ayan, next. So this is another example for distance and displacement, your home and then school. Okay. So this is the distance. Ito yung daan. Pag pinag-add natin, 5 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4. Okay, how long your journey is? Okay, it's 32 kilometer. That's the distance. Pero pag sinabi nating displacement, okay, gaano ba kalayo yung pupuntahan mo, yung starting point at to the end? Okay, it's only 9 kilometer. It's always the straight path, the shortest path. That's the displacement. Okay, wala siyang pakialam dun sa mga zigzag or ano, ang pakialam lang ng displacement is kung gaano kalayo yung reference point at doon sa pupuntahan mo. Hindi niya sinusunod yung way. Okay, pero yung sa distance natin, sinusunod yung way. Okay, yung actual way. Okay, next. So another example, you walked from your house going to school. So if the reference point, yung reference point is your house, pag sinabi nating reference point, kung saan ka nagsimula. Okay, so you are in motion because you move away from your house, covering a particular distance in a given time period. However, if your reference point is your shoes, you are at rest or not moving. Siyempre, pag yung ating reference point is shoes, natin yun yung starting point, we're not moving actually kahit gumagalaw tayo because kumbaga nare-reverse or nauulit ng nauulit yung starting point which is your shoes. Okay, so because you did not move away from your shoes even if you walk from your house to the school. Okay, kung iiwan mo yung shoes mo doon sa first step mo, let's say, may shoes ka, iniwan mo yung shoes, sinubad mo, okay, pwedeng yun ang reference point mo, possible pa. Okay, next. What is the distance from your house to your school? How about the displacement? So ito yung ating legend, yung mga box is equivalent to 10 meters. Ang tinatanong, what is the distance from your house to your school? It's 70 meters. Okay, kasi ilang box yan? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At kada isang box ay 10 meters. Ano? Okay, yung displacement naman, gaano daw kalayo? Okay, yung bahay, okay, mo, papunta sa school, it's also 70 meters. Okay. Next, what is the distance from your school to your house? Okay, bakit naman, ano naman yung distance, okay, ng ating school papunta sa iyong bahay? Okay, so it's also 70 meter. Okay, sige. So if you went to school and went back home, what is your total distance? How about the total displacement? Okay, pag tayo nag-travel daw from went to school and went back home. So pumunta tayo sa school, sa bahay, papunta sa school. Ilang box yon? 7. So naka 70 kilometers ka na. Bumalik ka sa bahay mo. Another way. So 70 plus 70 is equal to 140 meters. That's the total distance you travel. Ang displacement naman is 70 meters papunta dun sa school minus 70 meters pabalik. So, bakit po zero ang ating displacement? Okay, so remember mga anak, ang sabi ko kanina, ang displacement, ang kanya lang pinapakialaman ay starting point. Starting point at end point. So, kung ang starting point mo ay yung bahay mo, okay, yung bahay mo, tapos nag-travel ka, bumalik ka sa bahay mo, doon ka nagtapos sa bahay mo, ang displacement mo ay zero. Imagine, this is point A, yung bahay mo, point A. That's the starting point. Point B, nandito din, same spot. I-measure mo nga kung may displacement. Wala, kasi same spot sila. Zero. Okay, yun ang kaibahan ng distance and displacement. So, another example, magbibigay pa ako, mapping distance and displacement. To distinguish between distance and displacement by representing them visually on different road path. So, observe the three road paths in the picture. Road A, straight, road B, curvy, and road C, zigzag. Using a dashed line, trace the path along each road to represent the distance traveled. Using a straight line, connect the start and end points of each road to represent the displacement. Okay, so here. So ang gagamitin daw natin ay dash line para sa distance and straight line para naman sa displacement. This is the answer. Tingnan niyo yung una. Okay, yung road. Yung dash line, that's the distance. Yung red one is the displacement. Yung pangalawa naman, okay, it's a curve, ano. So, tingnan natin. Yung blue is yung distance, yung tinatravel. Yung ating red is yun yung displacement. Okay, kasi nga displacement, gaano ba kalayo yung point A to point B. Okay, and then, the last one, zigzag. Okay, yung dash line naman na blue is yun yung distance. Yung red is the displacement. So, nakukuha niyo yung konsepto ng displacement at distance? Hopefully naman. Okay, so for na activity 4, true or false, distance versus displacement. To assess understanding of the concepts of distance and displacement, so meron tayong PowerPoint presentation. So read each statement carefully. Decide whether the statement is true or false based on your knowledge of distance and displacement. Write your answer clearly next to each statement. Ayan. So, distance is the total path travel even if the road is zigzag or paikot-ikot. Okay, is it true or false? Distance is the total path. Correct. It's true. Okay, the total path. Displacement is always a straight line measurement from the start to the end point. Is it true or false? Correct. It's true pa din, ano? So, tandaan natin, displacement is always a straight line from reference point or starting point to the end point. Okay, next. Distance can never be shorter than displacement. Is it true or false na laging mas mahaba ang distance compare sa displacement? Correct. It's true, ano? Laging mas mahaba ang distance compare sa displacement. Kasi ang displacement is the shortest path. Mga shortcut. So if you return to your starting point, okay, your displacement becomes 0. Okay, tandaan, let's say nag-travel daw sa bahay, mula sa bahay, pupunta sa school, bumalik sa bahay. Okay, yung displacement mo daw ay 0. Is it true or false? Correct, true. Kasi nagiging 0 ang displacement pag ikaw ay bumalik sa iyong reference point. Okay, distance is a scalar quantity while displacement is a vector quantity. Okay, it's true also. Next. So, we are done on that part. So, excited na ba kayo mag-proceed sa formative assessment? Okay, so let's start. So, for our formative assessment, a tricycle travels 7 meter east, then goes 5 meters south, and turns west and travels 7 meter as shown below. Okay, what is the total distance traveled by the tricycle? What is its displacement? Okay, kumbaga, okay, this is the reference point. Ito yung atin, so tricycle. At yung dulo ng arrow, yun yung end point. Okay. So, gaano kalayo or ano yung distance ng tricycle at ano yung displacement? So, the answer is, okay, tingnan ninyo, 19 meters. So, 7 meter plus 5 plus 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. Okay, plus 7 is, ilan? It's 19. Sir, bakit pang displacement ay 5 meter? Ito kasi mga anak yung reference point yung baba at yung arrow na dulo, yun yung ating endpoint. Straight line lang. Gaano kalayo? Ay, gaano kalayo yan? It's 5 meter. Tingnan niyo yung nasa my right side. 5 meter lang yung layo niyan. Nakuha? Na-gets? Yung end at starting point. Displacement. So draw the following on your papers. Using your pens, trace the distance with a red dash line and the displacement with a black arrow. Okay. Box a starting point triangle as end. Okay, yung ating box as starting point at yung triangle as the end. Okay, so this will be the answer. Okay, so pwede na sagutan naman natin. Ano? So next, you drive from your house to your school, which is 10 kilometer away. Afterward, you went home. So ano yung ating distance? What is the distance that you travel? What was your displacement for the entire trip? Okay, so ikaw daw ay nag-drive galing sa bahay papunta sa school na ang layo ay 10 kilometer. Tapos afterward, bumalik ka. Ano yung distance? It's okay, 20 kilometer. Bumalik ka from your starting point. Okay, ang displacement ay 0. Natatandaan. Okay, so kaya po ang ating distance ay 20 kilometer kasi pinag-plus lang natin yung papunta at pabalik. That's distance. So, bakit zero ang displacement? Because you go back to your starting point. Okay, parang ito mga anak. Kayong sa ating circle, tingnan niyo yung starting point niya at end point, yung box and triangle. Parehas. So, itong atin dito, okay, it's zero ang kanyang displacement. Okay. Sige, hopefully you learn. Ay, meron pa pala na number 4. Sorry for this one. So, observe the diagram on the right and answer the questions that follow. So, a person starts at A. Yun yung A natin, yun yung starting point. That's one. Okay, and finishes at B. Okay, so sabi dyan, each square is 1 kilometer along its edge. Use the diagram in answering the next two questions. So, this person walks a distance of ilang kilometer? Yung bawat box ay 1 kilometer. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, okay, and 29. Is it correct? Okay, anong sagot natin dito? Kada box ay 1 kilometer. So, the answer is, let's see, count natin. Yung ating starting point is A pala, A. Kulang ang pagbibilang ko. Dito pala sa baba tayo magsisimula. Ano? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, correct. That's the point, starting point and the end point. And then B, the displacement is 3 kilometer kasi ilan yung box lang? From A to B, straight line, 1, 2, 3. Okay, ano yung direction? It's east. Okay, so hopefully you learned something for today, the distance and displacement. Thank you for everyone and thank you grade 7.